name is David Bross, and this is my wife, Jennifer Bross, and we're the founders of Parental Hope.
So shortly after David and I were married, we wanted to plan a family and start a family. And we knew that that was going to be a challenge going in due to David's male factor infertility. What we didn't know was that I also had a set of issues that was going to make it even more challenging.
Jen happened to work for a firm in Chicago, where Illinois is one of 8 states that provides infertility insurance coverage to employees, which took a huge burden off our shoulders. After the twins were born, Jen and I were talking about how blessed we were to have the financial assistance through that insurance. And we realized that there were only 8 states that provide that, and Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana were not part of those 8. And what we realized that there were just no local nonprofit organizations dedicated to infertility that we had the ability to be a part of. And so one day we decided that it was such a passion of ours to give that back to that community that we started Parental Hope.
Parental Hope is a local nonprofit that is dedicated to serving the infertility community really in 3 ways. There's the Parental Hope Family Grant, which will alleviate that financial burden for couples. The second component is the emotional aspect. And then the third component is to bring awareness to the community. It affects 1 in 8 couples, so everyone probably knows someone who's affected.
So he got checked out, I got checked out, and we were pretty much told, you're not going to be able to have kids on your own. And so when he said IVF, our hearts just kind of sank. It was just dollar signs in our mind, like how on earth are we going to be able to pay for this?
It's been an emotional toll on me just because I feel like something was wrong with me and I couldn't fix it, and the doctors didn't have answers. So this has been a part of our whole entire marriage rather than just infertility is something that we're dealing with.
I guess the conversation we have with each other is how do you put a price on wanting to be parents?
Right.
Like I can't ever, growing up, think of myself not being a dad. We've been asking, how are we going to have this happen? And then Parental Hope came into our lives, and it's like our prayers got answered. We were floored when we found out.
Yes.
We were the first Parental Hope grant recipients, and it was life-changing for us. Parental Hope definitely has provided us, financial support and just kind of, lifted that burden off of, oh my gosh, if we're going to move forward with in vitro, we already have a way to do that. The grant gave us that pathway to be able to do that.
Our infertility journey started quite a while ago. We've been married for 13 years. We didn't do anything to prevent having a child and just weren't conceiving. We were referred to the Institute for Reproductive Health. 3 weeks before our appointment, we found out that I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I wanted to be able to fight cancer, be done, and become a mommy. Shortly after our appointment, they came back and stated that I would need in vitro fertilization in order to conceive a child. The inability to have a child was more devastating to me than the diagnosis of cancer. So he actually had heard of Parental Hope, and he said that there's this wonderful organization that helps people just like us that are hoping to have a child, that have a diagnosis of infertility, are facing the financial, emotional, all the burdens that you go through. And so we decided to apply for the Parental Hope Family Grant.
As young an organization as Parental Hope is, we've actually had some patients now that have used Parental Hope grants to do in vitro fertilization and succeed in conceiving. So we're very excited that this new organization is actually helping us to help patients in the greater Cincinnati area to parent. When we first started working with Parental Hope, we had very modest goals that maybe we'd be able to help 1 or 2 patients a year. But already seeing that due to their success, we're able to help many more patients. We hope to partner with them in the future to help more and more patients every year.
Parental Hope's giving us baby E. Best gift you can give anybody.
I mean, that financial part, it's just huge. I mean, taking that out has really let us focus on each other and the process, and it has been, it's really changed. It's changed everything.
It's completely life-changing. She's the first thing I look forward to in the morning. She's the last thing I look forward to seeing at night. It's amazing. And I think Parental Hope was great at supporting us in that journey. And without them, we wouldn't be where we were at today. And it's just like the name, the hope is the biggest part. To have someone by your side who's been through it and can kind of show you the way it changes everything.
I would say it's probably the hardest thing to come forward and start talking about, because everyone's so afraid of mentioning the word infertility. But once you do, it really opens doors for you. And don't be afraid to actually just reach out to Parental Hope Group, because they are such an amazing, loving group.
You're getting more than financial help. You know, you truly are getting a family.
Since Parental Hope doesn't have any paid employees and our board of directors is all volunteer, every donation goes to support our mission. And our mission is to help couples achieve parenthood, achieve that dream of holding a miracle in their arms.